Hello everyone, I'm Sharpedo43 once again, bringing you all week 1 of the CBDL. As you can see, we're going to actually be uploading the matches for the CBDL League. I know I said that in one of my previous videos that I wasn't going to be uploading any of these matches, but the reason why I'm going to be doing it is because, well, as I said in the prologue, we are in the month of March, and the month of March is basically where I like to upload a lot, honestly. I mean, again, you can kind of guess why, but yeah, the thing is that there's still like several days of the month before it ends, honestly, and at the moment I don't really know what else I want to upload other than Wi-Fi battles. So I figured, okay, I have several matches from the CBDL League covered at this point. In fact, I might even go as far as to possibly assume that we might actually be able to finish the season, which was one of the biggest reasons why I was considering not uploading these matches just yet, was because I was hoping that the season would finish before I do so. But I'm trying to have faith that most likely it will actually have a conclusion. But regardless, even if it doesn't, I still want to have like something to upload for the remaining days of the month of March, you know, before God knows what, honestly. But anyways, so yeah, so basically the CBDL matches got a good portion of battles at this point, and we're still not finished with the season yet, so everything is still up in the air. The league may or may not collapse, I don't know honestly yet, but if it does, then we're just basically gonna do it what we did in the PMU when that league collapsed. We do one more match with literally anybody who's willing to do so, hopefully, and we'll just you know, give the league a proper send-off, like just say this is the match, GG's, goodbye CBDL, that's it. But yeah, so anyways, my opponent for this match is going to be what's it called, Serena, yeah, and the Glossy Fairies. And apparently this is the Serena from the X and Y games, which is, yeah, not gonna lie, kind of makes me wish we went back to 2015, you know, back when the games were a lot more filled with replay value, unlike Sword and Shield, honestly, in my opinion anyway. But yeah, anyways, enough of that. So as you can see, unfortunately this match is going to be done on Showdown. Reason being is because Serena does not have a 3DS apparently, even though Cherryman Cake told me this was a Wi-Fi league. Why the hell are you, well, I'm not gonna get into it, but honestly, yeah, so we're gonna do it on Showdown, which would have been a big deal if this is something that happens like for most of the matches of the league, but thankfully with what I have so far, it doesn't seem to be the case. Like, there's more Wi-Fi matches than Showdown matches anyway, so. But yeah, so with all that said, before I get into like the match, let me just show you guys the draft that we have, like both of our drafts. Although in my case, the draft that I have is actually, this is actually the draft that I actually have, like this is the updated version of my draft, because the original draft was actually a lot more different actually. Like there was more worse mons on in the initial draft. I had to actually make transactions when I first came into this league, because a lot of the picks that were made by my predecessor were definitely not good in my opinion. So I had to make a lot of changes, and because I don't have a screenshot of the original roster because I forgot to take one, I have this screenshot here of the transactions that I made and the mons that I replaced it with, basically, because yeah, some of these mons in my opinion are laughably bad, but that's just my opinion anyway. So yeah, and you already saw Serena's draft is pretty dangerous. Things I'm more afraid of though are the Curum Black and the Mega Medicham. What the hell is that? The Mega Medicham, damn it. And Galvantula too. Ferrothorn can be, well, this team can be very, very, very obnoxious. Like, it can be obnoxious, but I don't think it's impossible to deal with. I just have to play my cards correctly. Even with this draft that I'm using, because by the way, the original draft is, I'm actually using the original draft basically for the first 2 weeks of the season, since I made the transactions in week 3 basically. It's kind of hard to explain how it all worked out, but yeah, just bear with me on that. I'm using the original, just know that in the original, you know, roster, I'm going to be using it for the first 2 weeks, and then by week 3 I'm going to be using the latest roster that you're seeing right now. So yeah, geez, it's hard to explain, honestly. This is why I don't really like to do these things, honestly, where I explain things, because that's just not my forte. But I still like to make videos, you know. Anyway, so with all that said and with all that out of the way, let's just finally get into the battle, because geez, that's just kind of what I've been waiting for, honestly. I've been having to take several takes on this shit just because I can't, like, you know, wrap my head around what I'm supposed to be talking about, honestly, in terms of like my introduction to this league basically and what it's like and whatnot. I can't even talk about the league just because I don't got that much time either, honestly. So yeah, but anyways, so this is how the league is gonna start. I'm gonna lead, or he's gonna lead off with the Alomomola thingy, and I led off with Shandy, thinking he would probably lead off with the Ferrothorn to get hazards. Hell, even the Galvantula just to get the sticky webs off right out of the gate, so that Mega Medicham can just run house immediately. But no, he just led off with the Alomomola, and I just freaking just switched out into I think it was the, what's this thing called, the Keldeo. Yeah, Keldeo. Jeez, how could I forget the name? But yeah, Keldeo. I switched into Keldeo because the matchup wasn't ideal for Shandy, and he actually pulled out a switch on me as well, going into Flareon for some reason. So I was just like, huh. So I just went for the, I think actually, no, I was gonna say I went for Scald, but I don't think so. I think I went for the Calm Mind right here, actually. He's gonna go back into Alomomola, which is fine with me. Oh no, I actually went for the substitute. You see, I'm a capper. It's because this match happened a while ago, actually. So yeah, bear with me. But anyways, I went for Calm Mind after the substitute. Then he went for Psychic, revealing it basically. And I realized that this doesn't do anything. It didn't even break my substitute initially, so that's good to know. So what I'm going to do here is basically set up another substitute. This kind of sequence happens for quite a bit, actually. It gets to a point where you're just kind of starting to wonder, like, I mean, like, is this going to go anywhere? Or am I just going to be able to set up to +6 and just sweep the entirety of this guy's team? Especially because by +6, I'll probably be able to take even Thunders from Galvantula, which is the only scary mon on his team. Actually, the what's it called? The what's this thing? Kyurem Black, yeah. I think that thing could still be a threat if it's Scarf, because that will actually force me to, you know, switch out or take the beating with the, what's that move called? Bolt Blaze? I forget that name. Bolt Strike, I think it's what it's called, or something like that. I don't know, something like that. It's that electrical move that it uses. I forget a lot of these names for these moves, damn it. But yeah, anyways, so yeah. Oh, so right here, this Galvantula comes out, and actually, I think he, like, I was assuming that this was a Sticky Webs user, but I don't think he actually gets to use Sticky Webs whatsoever, because my Keldeo is behind a substitute, and the priority is to get rid of the substitute. So it brings out Galvantula right here. It just goes for Volt Switch to hopefully take out the substitute. I think he went for Volt Switch also just so that he can switch out as well and go back into Alomomola. And I go for Scald, and I actually do a lot of damage to the point where I can actually, like, possibly take it out in 2 more Scalds. I just go for a substitute here because Alomomola really can't touch me. And then here is when he sends out the Galvantula once again, goes for Volt Switch again, and once again he's able to break my substitute. So this got me to thinking, you know, what if I can actually, you know, just set up 2 Calm Minds, or more Calm Minds, to the point where he cannot break my substitute with a Volt Switch. He would be forced to, you know, go for something else. And not to mention, he could also lose a good chunk of his team at this point, because he hasn't really been contesting with my Keldeo. He's just been playing the passive game. The only time he plays aggressively is to get rid of the substitute, which hasn't been working out so far, because the more I set up, the more impenetrable this substitute becomes. So yeah, this Alomomola is still doing its thing, basically just going for Psychics and trying to break the substitute, but the more Calm Minds I get, the more difficult this gets, basically. It goes back into Keldeo, or Galvantula once again, just to keep going for Volt Switch, and I realized that even around +4 or 5, I don't know, this thing doesn't tell me, honestly. It was still enough to still break my substitute, obviously because it's super effective, but you know, I was kind of starting to think that maybe it shouldn't break the substitute at this point. So I just keep going for the substitutes right here. He goes back into Galvantula, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, because I just keep going for substitute. Now here, I think I went for another Calm Mind, I don't actually remember. But he goes back into Alomomola, still doing the usual stick. And I go for Scald again. Oh yeah, okay, so I go for Scald again, basically. I think I wanted to just KO the Galvantula already. And I actually didn't, but I did get to KO the Alomomola, which is good, because Alomomolas can be annoying. They just wall hits for days, and you know, they just never die. So that's actually good that Keldeo takes it out. But now he brings back the Galvantula, and this thing kind of outspeeds me. I don't know if it was a speed tie or it just outsped me naturally. like, I don't know if it was a speed tie or was this Scarf basically, but he went for Thunder multiple times just to break the substitute, since Volt Switch couldn't break the substitute any longer. So yeah, but now here he brings out the Keldeo, not Keldeo, the Kyurem Black. Jesus. And this kind of tells me that it's maybe Scarf, and he's probably going to try to go for the Bolt Strike or whatever the hell it's called. I'm going to switch out into Garchomp right here, predicting that. And it's called Fusion Bolt because I'm stupid, obviously. So, yeah, and that obviously isn't immune. Doesn't affect Garchomp because, you know, it's immune to that, being a ground type and whatnot. And again, because it's Scarfed, I kind of just felt like I had leeway to go for literally whatever the heck I want. I don't remember what I actually go for here, though. But I just kind of had a feeling he was going to switch out. Oh, I went for Stealth Rocks because I wanted the Flareon and the Kyurem Black to be crippled by them every time they switch out, because this fella has been switching out quite a bit, honestly. So, yeah. But anyway, I go for Earthquake right here just to get damage. He actually goes for the Zen Headbutt, which is actually not bad for me, actually, because I survived that, and then the Medicham just goes down after taking an Earthquake due to the Rough Skin and the, I believe, Rocky Helmet that I had as well. So yeah, and my Garchomp's still alive. Although he does bring the Ferrothorn in, which is scary, obviously. And that forces me to switch out because I feel like this thing can be used later for the Kyurem Black if Keldeo can't take out the Kyurem Black for whatever reason. I brought in Chandelure just to take whatever, like, Grass move or even Leech Seed if possible, and just threaten it out with a, I believe it was with a Fire move or something. So here, for some reason, because he went for the Garble, I kind of for some reason thought he would stay in. I don't know why, even though the Flareon was clearly there. So I just went for Flamethrower, and yeah, he made the right play and just switched into Flareon. So yeah, obviously that doesn't affect it, and on top of that, it has Flash Fire, so it just raises the Fire type moves, which is bad for me. So for here, it turns out that he also has leftovers, which is bad. But what I do here now is actually go into Nihilego, and the reason for this was because I wanted to make sure that this this Flareon was scared the hell out of. He went for Yawn though, which forced me to switch out yet again because I don't have any like ways to wake up any mons that are sleeping, and I kind of felt like Nihilego was going to be kind of useful if this Kyurem Black wasn't Scarfed. I still wasn't sure, but I didn't want to risk anything. That's why I kept switching out. So here, I think it was right here where I kind of was trying to find out if it was Scarf after I sent in Keldeo here. Or no, maybe not. I actually switched out and went into Sigilyph. I actually used this as fodder because I didn't want to sack Keldeo yet. I wanted to see what it locked itself into. And if he locked into Fusion Bolt again, I would just send in Garchomp, which I did. And I just went for Earthquake because getting damage on this Ferrothorn would be nice. I went for 2 Earthquakes here, and he actually goes for the Garble. It doesn't KO it, unfortunately. And I think he does KO my Garchomp because Garchomp is actually really fast, but does get punished by the Rough Skin and or Rocky Helmet because of how weakened it was. So here, I bring in Nihilego, and he brings out the Kyurem Black, which is the last threat on his team, because from here, honestly, anything can take out his Flareon. So here's where the moment of truth comes. I basically try to find out if this thing is Scarfed or not. And if it is, then I'll just simply send out something that can take the hit, which I think in this case was going to be Alakazam, so yeah. Here he does have the Iron Hit, which is, it could be kind of bad because my Chandelure is kind of weakened, well, kind of, by the Garble from Ferrothorn earlier. But if he locks himself into Iron Head, then he would just be in a bit of a tight situation. I sent in Keldeo though, nonetheless, just because Iron Head, Scarfed, resist. Even if it outspeeds me, I can just resist enough hits, and he'll eventually go down to a Secret Sword. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this, but you notice how the Keldeo is not Resolute form, but still has Secret Sword? I blame Showdown for that, just because when I had Secret Sword onto it, it didn't change the form for some reason. But just know that Resolute Keldeo and the regular Keldeo are no different stat-wise. They're just different aesthetically, so even though this isn't the right form, it's still legal because, you know, both forms of Keldeo were legal in this league anyway, so yeah, I just thought I'd clarify that because, yeah, I completely forgot to mention that this Keldeo does have Secret Sword, and but it's not Resolute form, which it should be. But it just wasn't because Showdown didn't set it to Resolute form when I slapped a Secret Sword onto it for some reason. So yeah, I felt like it should have. You know, this is one of my biggest pet peeves of Showdown, is that it doesn't always set everything right. But yeah, whatever. So yeah, anyways, with all that cleared out of the way, he's gonna send out the Flareon now, and I'm gonna just go for the Skull, I think. Actually, no. I think this was like a switch once again. Oh no, it wasn't. I just went for the Sacred Sword and just took this thing out. Easy peasy. This thing is already crippled enough by rocks that I just simply need to hit it once, honestly. As you can see here, he's going to lock himself into Fusion Bolt, which I guess is actually good for him because this pretty much allows him to hit the Mega Alakazam and the Chandelure very, very well. I personally was confident that the Alakazam could survive the Bolt Strike, but if he crits me, I think I will not be able to, and I think Chandelure has a similar fate where if it gets critted, it's most likely not going to KO, so... Or if it gets critted, it'll most likely KO. Jeez, I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah. So he's going to go for the Fusion Bolt right here. Thankfully for me, it does not go down despite the crit. The crit actually kind of scared me. I was like, oh shoot. But thankfully I was actually able to win the match nonetheless. So that's actually going to be the whole game for week 1 of the CBDL. We beat Serena, which is excellent. Because we kind of wanted to start the season very, very strong, honestly. So because you know, after our win in the ICPL, I kind of wanted to give a good first impression, you know, as opposed to, like, you know, starting a new season with a loss out of nowhere. That's just me though. That's just my my preference basically. Like, I like to start out strong in leagues. I think we all do, don't we? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, that's gonna be the whole game. Thank you all for watching week 1 of the CBDL. Stay tuned for more of these matches to come, at least throughout the rest of the month of March, honestly. I don't know if I have anything else to say, honestly. I feel like I'm missing something, but I feel like I forgot already because I, you know, tend to be forgetful. But yeah, there was no RNG in my favor, was there? No. I guess I was scared that, or I guess for a bit I was actually afraid of this guy like doing something funny like clicking X or something, because when I was setting up with the Keldeo, I was getting to a point where it looked like I could possibly just sweep this guy. But as you saw, jeez, I can't talk. But as you saw, this guy was resilient enough to make it as close as a 2-0. So I made the right thing and not. I did the right thing in not playing lenient, because I'll admit that I sometimes get tempted to do that, honestly, when I know I'm like having a significant potential lead, just because I fear that my opponents are gonna be doing this stuff or like these crazy things. And let me tell you that I'm gonna have this be a thing throughout the entire season, which is, I don't know how I feel about it, honestly, but hopefully it doesn't affect me too much, honestly, when I get into the later games. But we shall see. Anyways, with all that said, with all that like additional talk, I might actually have to cut some of this, I don't know. But anyways, thank you all for watching this week of the CBDL. Stay tuned for the rest of them, like I said before. For now, just take it easy. Have yourselves a damn good one.